Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
No, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I know. OBS doesn't.
OBS
This is like, you want to do this thing
the
that you've been
fuck's
doing for
going
the
on.
how long now? No, let's just mess up right now.
OBS, I will devour your soul.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I'm John, the Game Master, and with me today is William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Baldrin Ironhand, Dwarven Cleric of the Forge.
And Jeremy.
I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Selena, the Fire Genasi Wild Maid Sorcerer.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Hope Azamar Rogue Barbarian.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Agdrasol, the full elf in Ranger.
Who's actually a changeling.
Yes.
And Cody.
Explains everything.
I'm Cody. I'm playing Corbin, the human battle master.
And Patricia.
I'm Patricia. I'm playing Kaelin, the human rogue bladesinger wizard.
And Jack.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and I'm playing Stophalos, the drunken master minotaur monk.
And last week on Gran Terra Rebirth, we met Ziggy Stardust, and Selena firebombed a group of people.
As you do.
In their quest to rid the world.
Firebomb?
It was
not
it was psychic.
Psychic.
I
Everyone's
side-bomb.
bleeding out their ears.
It was a psychic bomb, but
The brain fart to end all brain farts. You gave it all to them.
Hands of blue.
yes. In their quest to eliminate Kaelin, the head of the Shifting Sands criminal organization, who the team learned is responsible for the death, the assumed death of Adolfo's wife, having driven the ship that they were fleeing him on into Valkyr's challenge, the triad of giant whirlpools outside of Eleonora. And also, for some reason, Selena wanting him very much dead. The group traveled to Eleonora, to Luxuria specifically, one of the port cities of Eleonora, where they met Zygmunt Stellapulvis, Ziggy for short, the magistrate of the city, owner of the airship cargo company they had hitched a ride on, and something of the Fae about him, as Agdrasol did a primeval awareness and sensed Fae from him. They then met up with Staphylos, the Minotaur, who had been tasked by Ziggy to deal with this criminal organization that has been troubling the streets of Luxuria. And the group set off. Well, mostly set off. Selena and Adolfo split off from the party and went on their vengeance quest together. Together. Off in the corner somewhere. While the rest of them...
always a good idea.
While the rest of
jolly
them...
cooperation.
Yeah.
Split the party!
While the rest of them went following a lead that Staphylos had. Turns out that Staphylos' lead ended up being the place that Selena and Adolfo found themselves at, in which Selena unleashed a synaptic static spell that killed a group of people marked with the Shifting Sands sort of seal on their arms who were playing dice outside of a building. The sounds of their death, because dying from your brain exploding makes you make noise, drew the rest of the party into the alleyway, where they found no sign of Selena or Adolfo, who are both invisible currently, but did find a group of people dead on the ground, bleeding from their eyes and ears. And that's where we pick up.
So they're still invisible?
They are both still invisible, yes.
Because I think it was I cast greater
Selena had cast
invisibility.
greater
Yeah, that's right.
Staphylos wants to look around and see if he can determine what killed these people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me a
Oh my
perception
God.
check.
Actressol wants to look
So
at
is-
these people and see if he can.
So is Corbin. He's going up and he's
that
like
would-
checking to see if anybody's breathing.
I've got the same modifier either way, so 16.
So if you're looking around, give me a perception or investigation roll. If you're looking at them, give me a medicine roll.
An investigation.
Medicine.
22.
13.
So Staphylos and Mar, you can't see anything around that would have killed them. I mean, there are certainly things that could have killed them, but they would have killed them in a much more obvious and direct manner. Like there's a cargo scaffolding, there's a cargo crane hanging out the side of one building nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Something could have dropped from that, but A, there's nothing on it right now, and B, that would have made a mess.
This is very perplexing.
For the medicine checks, I just saw in Corbin, you have felt injuries like this before? So, Agrisol hasn't, but Corbin, you have. This looks like they died due to psychic strain. Effectively, something caused their brain to aneurysm.
Yeah, somebody killed these
Can
guys.
I tell
with
how
magic.
long they've been dead?
Well, you heard them die, so
Okay.
less than a minute.
The
That
blood
was
is
these
still
people, I
dripping
am
and
certain.
pouring out
Yes.
their nose.
Yeah, these guys are still warm.
All right.
Very.
I'm
Arrow on the bowstring.
Yeah, weapons out. Trying to find clues to because we were there to infiltrate we were gonna like try and get into the card games that were happening, right?
Yes.
So
The
I'm
gambling,
trying to
yes.
figure out if any of these people were involved with that. Who are these people?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
It was dice game, actually, to be
I'm
specific.
I'm staying
Oh.
invisible for the moment
So-
because
Natural
I'm very
20.
curious how
So-
this is going to go.
Actually, really quick, while you guys are making those rolls, Selena, after killing them, would you have stood there and watched them die or moved past them?
How quick? I imagine she would have started to walk past, but how quickly would she have heard voices approach or people approaching?
That depends on if you had started walking past. If you could have gotten into the building before they came down the alleyway. If you had started moving as you cast the spell.
No.
Or after you cast the
I
spell.
feel like in her current state, she would have waited to. She would have. This sounds worse than it is. She would have watched them die.
Okay.
She wanted to make sure they were dead before she
Give
moved.
It's called
me-
making
Yes,
sure. There's
that
nothing
is the
bad about
accurate
it.
way to put it.
In that
That was-
case, what is your passive perception?
Not good at all. 9.
Okay. So yeah, you
is my double stat.
you
folks.
sort of waited and watched, and a few moments after they fully expired, you would have seen the rest of the group, along with Staphylos,
Okay.
coming through the alleyway. So
Yeah. Now she's just sitting there. She's curious how this is going to play out.
So Hope, what were you looking for?
I'm looking for who these people are. I want to.
Okay.
I want to know
So-
if they were part of the group that we're trying to find, or
They
what.
all have a tattoo located in
Mhm.
various places. It looks sort of like a. On some of them, it's on the back of their hands. Some of them, it's on their arms. Some of it's on their backs or necks or shoulders or face. It looks sort of like a shepherd's crook, like a question mark that terminates early at the top and has no dot at the bottom, with a star in the middle of the crook, and 4 sort of lines coming off of it at not quite direct, not quite proper direct cardinal directions.
They're all exactly the same.
The symbol is the symbol is exactly the same, though it's in different places on all of them. They are all armed with a variety of daggers and clubs, and a couple of them have short bows and arrows. None of them had their weapons drawn, and they were all playing dice. They have a variety of coinage on them if you're looking to loot them as well.
Yo.
Terrible person.
He doesn't need it anymore.
What does blind sight do when someone's invisible?
Blind sight doesn't do anything when someone's invisible. It's the same as regular sight.
Oh yes, no, blind's not.
You basically blind
Tremor
sight.
sense is what you...
Yeah, blind sight means that if you're blinded, you can still tell where things are. It doesn't affect the stealth of an invisible person.
Yeah.
It's sight without sight.
Yes.
It's like my familiar has blind sight at the moment.
Yeah, your familiar can tell where things are without needing to see them, but that doesn't affect the pre-rolled stealth of the invisible person.
It means stealth. It means invisibility doesn't impose a disadvantage just for being invisible, but if they're hidden,
Correct.
they're hidden.
Correct.
I'm some sort of gang fight, maybe.
They got killed by magic.
You find about 20 gold in silver and copper pieces amongst the group of them.
Okay.
If it was then the shifting sands attack them, or
Do you know the symbol?
Staphylos recognizes the iconography of the shifting sands,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you recognize the tattoo. Nobody else does, but Staphylos does.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
These are the people that we are coming to kill, yes. These are shifting sands members. So,
So
are any of them
attacks
holding
them?
dice?
Yeah.
Yes, several of them were
A
holding
lot
dice.
of them.
Yes, this is gamblers. Is the man you searched for amongst the dead here?
No.
We had
no,
given that the person coming after them is not here.
Yeah.
Well,
He
didn't
glares
Selena
up
give a
because that's
description?
where he assumes she is. Some level above him.
You can all give me perception checks, by the way. All of you, including Selena.
Okay.
What were you saying, Mara?
20.
8.
11.
25.
9.
Oh, that is not with advantage.
Right.
So that is an 8.
I'm too busy going through this guy's pocket. This is a nice knife.
It's very quiet, but Staphylos and Yggdrasil, you hear coming from inside the building.
Oh,
Well, it
there
seems
is more
like the
killing to be
attackers
had.
have moved on in.
Good.
Staphylos lowers his shoulder and charges through the door.
Good.
I follow the Minotaur.
The door,
You're
which
gonna
was
you got a head start on me.
the
I
door,
swear to
which
God.
was only half closed, bursts open. And inside you see a trail of dead bodies. These all have
I've
been
got quite a head start on you.
these all have been
I'm following it.
These all have been dead for a bit longer. Sorry, not a bit longer. These all have been dead from more obvious things. They all have puncture wounds that go through their throats. Sort of scattered about. You see more people with this symbol.
What's the theme?
She's angry enough to consider dropping the invisibility on his ass. But
those
You
chosen
didn't
by
cast
the planet.
invisibility on him.
oh, that's right. No, I only cast it on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Those chosen
That's
by the
right.
planet starts playing. Da da da.
I'm going to try to slip past
Da,
everybody
da, da.
Give me a stealth check.
with advantage.
Oh,
Yes.
Because it may matter, my passive perception is 17.
Okay. Yeah.
we are
everybody-
little birds, and they
everybody
have
let
laid
me know-
breadcrumbs for us.
Actually,
we
no.
should follow trail.
I'm assuming that. So actually, here's a question: are you assuming that whoever killed these people is not nearby and is further ahead?
No,
looks like a
I
trail
am
of
assuming
bodies.
that
Yeah.
they
I
might
am.
have circled around. They may have killed everyone in here and be waiting for more.
Okay.
They may still be ahead.
In that case, all of you that would be listening out for the person who killed these people, make a perception roll.
Boldrin will be following the trail of
I
bodies.
am. Oh
Never.
God damn it.
Never mind. That was bad.
I'm covering those up currently on my thing because I'm looking at an ability first.
Okay.
I'm just following the trail of bodies.
You do so after the creature roll. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's somebody else. Never mind. Doesn't help me.
Okay.
Okay. No, this is significant. Can I use bend luck for a roll that I don't know somebody is making?
Yes.
Because of your chaotic nature.
Because technically you don't know people are making rolls, so yes, you can do that.
I mean, but that I don't know. Yeah, okay.
I will say yeah.
Luck,
because
luck bends around you, whether you want it to or not.
Yeah, I will say, the way I see bend luck, it's not the character bending luck, it's the player who is acting as sort of the cosmic guidance of this player bending luck.
Okay. So
you are the puppet strings, not the character, and that's what's bending the luck.
So Kaylin actually got a 15.
All right. So none of a couple of you hear what sounds like something heavy hitting the ground upstairs. And you sort of look up, and in that moment of the couple of you looking up, Selena, you slip past.
So the reason that Boldrin did not roll was because he wasn't looking around; he was following the trail of bodies.
Yeah.
So
same.
That was Corbin. So yeah. You guys are following the trail of bodies. They sort of spill out into an open area that has very obviously been swiftly abandoned. There's actually a couple of tables that look like they got knocked over as people left. The only bodies you're seeing are people with these tattoos. Staffless, you know there were going to be other people here, obviously, because the people with the tattoos are the organizers and guards, not the gamblers themselves.
Yeah, right. as it turns out, when you see the guards that are protecting you just spontaneously going and falling over, you start to run.
Yeah. It looks like this place is some sort of warehouse, and the front door of the warehouse has been hastily opened and left through. But the bodies continue around and upstairs to what appears to be an office area. Selena, I'm assuming you're running up that way first. So
yes.
You're going to get up to an open door.
Okay.
Are we hearing footsteps going that are not our own if she's running?
No. That was
because you guys are running.
You guys are moving too. Also, there were other sounds that you were hearing. You sort of get up to this office space.
Here's a question, though.
Mm-hmm.
How fast is Selena? Because Staphylus is going full tilt, and he's dashing, which puts him at 100
Not
feet
faster than you, no.
Not that fast.
No.
Okay.
So you are dashing?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So is Boulder, but that only puts him at 60.
Yeah.
No, it puts him at 50.
At 80.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So Selena got ahead.
You are not.
Selena got ahead of the rest of you because you had that moment of what's that noise. Staffless, though, you easily catch up and overtake Selena, who I'm assuming gets out of the way of the Minotaur.
Self-decide, yes.
It's like
briefly considering riding Minotaur all the way up, but no, that would turn out poorly.
That might break yourself.
Oh, please try. Please do try.
You sort of bust open the door. You bust open the door and you see Adolfo leaning back against a table, cleaning blood off of an odd contraption. He has what looks to be a knife blade attached to his wrist, like sort of attached to a bracer on his wrist.
He's missing a certain finger.
No, he's not.
Okay.
This is the Italian model. Remember, they don't need a sacrifice anymore.
He's sort of cleaning blood off of a blade on his wrist as you come in. Oh, well, hello, welcome. I was not expecting guests. Welcome, please. And you sort of see there is a person who looks to be wearing slightly nicer clothes than all of the dead guards, bound and gagged in a corner as he's just cleaning his blade.
As soon as she's...
It seems you have beaten us here. Well... Have we found what we are looking for yet?
All right, Selena, what were you doing?
As soon as she gets through the door, She's dropping the invisibility. Like, you son of a bitch, I swear to God. Nobody said head start.
So Staphylos, you see Selena appear next to you.
With a natural 1 on my perception check, I do?
Because Selena dropped invisibility.
So.
Okay.
Talks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said you dropped invisibility, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Selena appears. Doesn't just. Yeah.
I am recording that 1 in your rolls, though.
Please do.
And as the rest of you follow up, you hear Selena yelling that, and he just sort of shrugs. You took out the guards on the outside, and I simply did not want to lose in terms of body count.
I look over to where he was referring to, and the bound person.
Yes.
Anyone familiar?
Give me a history roll. It's not Kalen.
Okay, I figured not.
Can I do that as well? See if I recognize this.
Kalen has henchmen. I might know these henchmen.
Yeah.
I know exactly who this motherfucker is.
Do you? Because I'm not seeing any rolls. In fact, I'm not seeing anybody else for some reason.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else either, but I rolled a natural 20, so for a 27.
I think roll 20 disconnected all of us.
Yeah.
I got a 17 for a 20 non-natural.
Okay, there we go. I'm starting to see people. Everybody reload.
Yeah, everyone needs to refresh because roll 20 disconnected us, but I'll still count those rolls. So natural 20 and a 20. You both recognize this individual. This is one of the Shifting Sands money counters. His name is his name is Braun. He's a tiefling. He's a sort of a dusky orange colored tiefling with one broken horn. Very broad shouldered and well muscled, hence the name Braun. Although he's currently tied up, which makes him seem slightly more like an overstuffed tiefling and less super strong. But he's not while he is large physically, both of you know, while he is large physically, he's not actually that strong, which is why he's a money counter and not an enforcer.
Right.
He has a high con score, not a high strength score.
Yeah. Adolfo finishes cleaning off this blade and sort of flicks his wrist, and you see the blade into a hidden compartment.
The rest of us
Is
get
this
here
somebody
at
I
this
would
point?
have personally seen?
Yeah, roughly this point, the rest of you will get there, and you'll see Staphylos blocking the doorway for much of it, but you also you heard Selena inside and Adolfo talking as well.
When did you get here?
Mr. Braun, we meet at last.
Is this somebody I would have seen personally previously?
You would have heard of him. You would not have seen him.
Okay.
The money.
Not during my experiences with. Okay. Cool.
You were part of a different segment of the operation.
Well, I wasn't part of the operation. Just whether I had encountered this person during this time, because that changes how she reacts.
You weren't part of the operation, but everything that happened around you was a different segment of the operation.
Right.
So yeah, no, you didn't. You wouldn't have. You would have heard of him, but not met him.
You were involved with a different segment.
Yes. And in response to Agdrasol, Adolfo sort of leans over. The whole gang is here. We arrived moments ago.
Hey guys.
Yeah, you've been busy.
Yeah, that's your handiwork outside.
He bows.
Want to use?
Raise hand.
Yeah.
Who were they?
Shifting Sands people.
Mm-hmm. You don't know who any of them were? What they did?
I think I already said Shifting Sands.
They are members of an illegal organization that conducts various sort of illegal and unethical operations throughout the lands of Eleonora, killing many innocents and abducting the poor of their money and of their freedom as well, and a variety of other things.
It's organized crime, as they say.
I mean, if you're attempting to defend slavers, then I apparently have misjudged you.
Well, currently, all we have to go on is all of you two's word on what these people are doing and what they have done, and Selena won't tell us why.
It's three people
She's
now.
on a vengeance quest.
It's almost like I'm asking you to take me on my word like I've taken a lot of you on your word about things. So weird.
I'm sorry. Have I proven myself mistrustful? I apologize.
Yes.
It's never my intent.
So
You both are talkers.
I'm not certain
Next
how.
time, look, next time you want to go off and do the vengeance thing in your own corner, if you could let us know where you're going, that's great. By the way, there's a lizard looking for you.
I will have to keep an eye out.
So
Not you, other one.
Oh.
I'm not exactly
There's a
certain.
lizard looking for Selena, yes.
What
I'm-
lizard?
I just
Animal
saw
messenger.
Later.
Voltron is trying to say something.
Sorry.
I'm not exactly certain how a lot of criminal syndicates work in this region of the world, but in my homeland, fuzzy as it is, as I'm pretty certain it still exists in the Abyss, there was a criminal organization. They were called the Marked because they all had the mark of their organization branded on their face.
Creative.
The Marked didn't just employ slavers and terrible people. Anyone who owed them a significant debt was brought into the organization to pay it off. People who were down on their luck were used as dumb muscle or simply pushing their organization. And a lot of them could be seen as good people who were in a bit of a bad spot. I don't think we know how many of those people might have been in a similar situation that you've just exploded.
They're not.
How do you know?
Let's just say I have an idea of how Kalen runs his operation.
You still haven't told us
No, I haven't.
why.
I have a very good idea of how Kalen runs his operation, and I know at the very least that when you are pressed into service against your will because of debts you owe, you don't spend your recreational time with the organization.
These were guards, were they not?
They were really shitty guards because they were just sitting around playing fucking dice.
I mean, they were really shitty guards. Typically, nobody comes and attacks one of their gambling sessions.
So let me give you a little clue in on how Kalen works. Kalen finds things that he likes, things that he wants. And by things, I'm referring to people. He thinks of them as things, typically. He decides he's going to take them. If you are the slightest way resistant, he kills anything around you and then takes what he wants, throws them in a cell until they eventually capitulate.
Let me also shed a bit of light on these operations, as I do also have a bit of knowledge here. Those who take the brand, he says, jabbing at Braun with one of his fingers, are not ones that are pressed into service. They are identifiers. This is a proud tradition of the Shifting Sands. They brand themselves as such because they are unafraid of the law and unafraid of people knowing their mark. My wife, who was working for them unwillingly, did not have such a brand.
I really don't see what the problem is. They're the guilty. If we could have taken them into whatever's the jail in this society, great. But clearly that wasn't an option on the table at the time.
I mean,
So
I'm going to be frank. I did not go in there intending to commit mass slaughter on nobodies. It just kind of turned that way.
For what is worth,
I feel like we're going to need to have a separate conversation about the mass slaughter thing. But I'm on your side right now, so I'm not going to push it.
For what is worth, there is small fact that may be relevant to various perspectives and philosophy that is being shared in the room right now. As my assignment was given by Mr. Stardust earlier on. Mr. Stella Pulvis earlier on.
Stardust.
The Shifting Sands have, shall we say, official kill-on-sight orders levied against them should they be bearing the mark of the organization by the duly appointed and legitimate government of Eleonora, specifically Luxuria in question. So, while may have been unadvised in first place, what has happened here perfectly legal.
Wait a minute. I love this place. Guys, usually when I'm doing things, the big problem is that I'm violating the. Wasn't that the whole thing when we were in Dwarven Town? Is that I was acting in violation of laws, and everybody was, and that was. I'm following the rules, guys.
This is why rules are stupid.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Rules are stupid.
I agree, but in this case, I'm following them. So those more legal-minded of us should be okay with this.
Pauldron leaves the room.
I'm sorry, she's such a terrible person.
Adolfo looks at. We do have one to question. If you wanted to stay for that, it's going to be fun. I will make popcorn.
Pauldron walks into the room, casts Zone of Truth, and leaves.
Yes! Which save is that?
Charisma.
You're a sweetheart. Love you.
At least tell us whether or not he successfully is entrapped. And I'm saying that before I make my roll because that's sort of true. That is truthful.
Yeah.
He's got 10 minutes.
Well, with a natural 20, he succeeded the save.
Also, he succeeded.
Don't worry, you can cast it over and over again. You just layer them
until you run out of spell slots.
Exactly.
17, I beat your DC.
We know this already.
What's the DC on Zone of Truth?
It's my spell DC, which is 16.
Can you drop the spell? Well, the only people who can't lie, apparently, are us.
Yeah, Adolfo, Adolfo failed as well.
Can't even do this right. So, Pauldron steps back into the room, dispel magic on the Zone of Truth, do it again.
Okay.
Does that mean we all have to remake those saves?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, now you can ask us questions.
Braun.
Except not me.
Braun, who I will note has a much lower modifier to his charisma score, succeeded. Adolfo, who has a much higher modifier to his charisma score, failed.
Oh, hold on just a second, I will.
Also, that's 3 natural 20s on one save, and it was against a party member's spell.
And luck's already been used.
You can use it once a round. You can use it consistently.
Yes. Oh, it just costs me sorcery points.
You can bet Braun's luck. Make him fail.
Not a guarantee, though.
No, it's fine. I will give it a shot. No, because this is. I just can't make it happen for myself. So 1d4. If it's too lower, did he succeed?
Yes, he still succeeded.
Motherfucker! I guess we'll find other ways to get him to be truthful.
Even if you had rolled a 4, he still would have succeeded.
I hate him. I hate him.
Pauldron pinches the bridge of his nose.
Hey, is this the second round? The second time, or is this the first time or the second time?
Second time.
Okay.
Hold on, I have to roll my save too. God!
I can quite literally do this all day if you want me to.
I mean, you're gonna run out of spells eventually. I will dispel
Ritual
it.
casting.
Oh. Yeah, but that's gonna take forever.
Zone of Truth is not a ritual. I can't ritual cast any of this. I just have a lot of spell slots right now.
You
I
can
will
layer it on top of each other until everyone has to tell the
Because
truth.
you're putting yourself out for this, I will dispel it for you.
Okay.
Now you can recast it.
Zone of
It's
Truth.
just really fun to layer them.
You failed that time, didn't you?
I failed hard on that one.
Ooh, I'm rolling well now.
I get an 8.
Braun
If Gus
succeeded.
starts laughing, we'll know.
3.
No, he already said Braun succeeded.
Braun succeeded. Adolfo succeeded this time too, though. So.
Fine, I still have 2 sorcery points
Can't
after
Corbin
this.
find out what his charisma score is?
Nope.
It
only
doesn't seem
physical
to
stuff.
matter because it's supposed to be. It's apparently low.
Strength and Constitution.
If
I can
it's
tell
too
how hard
lower,
it is to hit him.
he fail.
No.
Good.
If it's too lower, he still beat the previous roll you lowered by 2.
I hate him. I hate him so much. I was just gonna talk to him. Now he's gonna die.
He has rolled natural 20, 19, natural 20, 18, 19. Those have been his 3 rolls.
Yep.
And he has apparently.
And,
And,
he does not have a negative charisma mod.
Well, I finally succeeded.
There is a lot of spellcasting going on here. Should we not just talk to man and...
Yeah, let's just do this the old-fashioned way.
I dispel it again, and I leave. If you want another one, call me.
All right.
I leave to find
motherfuck!
Because the cleric's gone, I'm on insight check duty.
Me
While
as well.
this is going on, Kaylin's going to start looking through the papers in the office, see if there's anything helpful there.
All right, give me an investigation roll.
Because it
I'm
might be
casting
relevant.
detect thoughts.
Okay.
I'm casting Hunter's Mark in case he manages to run away.
And I have, as an investigative rogue, I have ear for deceit. Just passively, minimum check is 13 for me. I'm the DC.
And Adolfo, perhaps this will also be of some assistance. And he just sort of waves a hand in the air, and a shadowy aura engulfs Braun, who now has disadvantage on his charisma checks.
Okay, because I wanted to pop a squat right in front of him, kind of with all my weapons and stuff, be like, all right, we're going to ask you some questions now.
Because
it's in your best interest to answer truthfully.
Hex is good.
I was going to let Selena do that because it's her thing.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm going to stay nearish Selena and...
I just wanted to scare the shit out of this guy.
Give me intimidation roll.
8 with a +4.
You're.
I fart on the way down.
You have the dread helm. You have the dread helm on.
Yeah, I do.
For some reason, like he looks up, like he's about to respond, but he looks at the glowing red eyes and just starts laughing. Apparently, it looks funny on you.
It just so happened that at one particular moment, the light in the room and the red glow, it shifted to make it look pink.
But he just...
So you're saying he's Alphonse Elric?
Yes.
Yeah,
or Molly
for whatever reason, you feel like maybe you tried too hard. Like you went too far on the intimidation end, and it just was comical.
Overcompensating.
Hey, look, there is no need for all of this violence and this threatening. I am more than willing to tell you whatever it is you want to know. I am just a money counter. This is just business.
Wisdom saving throw time. Because I'm digging deep already.
Oh, or just making a bunch of insight checks. Sure.
I'm not.
God damn it.
11.
Ignore those.
It split your whisper into 2 messages.
Yeah, it did. Because it was too long, and I kept using too many spaces.
All right.
But that's the list.
Yep, I see it. Well, he fails the wisdom save, and he, for the rest of you making insight rolls, he wasn't lying. There seems to be some intent to tell the truth. How much of the truth you can't discern, but he wasn't explicitly lying on that statement. Selena, you are digging into his brain.
Yep. So, Braun, how are you doing?
Could be better.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Tied up on the ground, uncomfortable. The chair would be lovely.
So this is how this is gonna work. I don't have anything ridiculously against you. I have things against you, but not. So, we're going to ask questions. I know you can feel me poking around inside your head.
Yes, I did notice. That's part of the uncomfortable part.
Yes.
What are you doing, Selena?
I am reading his mind. So, when you are being upfront with us, everything's cool. If I get the slightest whiff that you are trying to mislead, deceive, misdirect, manipulate, anything but whichever God you are dedicated to's honest truth, unless it's Idas, because I don't think that applies. Then bad things are going to happen.
So you're getting off of him that he's heard this before?
From somebody who's actually can tell, though. And I'm already going to be in your head, you are probably going to think of the answer anyways, so it will be pointless.
And you definitely can tell he's heard that before, too, since you're in his head right now.
Yeah.
It would likely be easier for me to provide you a truthful answer to your questions if you were to ask questions.
Yes, I am setting the ground rules before we continue.
Yes. The posturing is a standard tactic, I know.
As she's doing this.
As soon as he says that,
Uh-oh.
a chair just swings around on the end of Staphylus's arm and just smashes across his head. You asked for chair, I believe.
Give me an attack roll. What are you doing, Agdasol, while Staphlus is bludgeoning your witness to death?
I'm gonna see if I can find his papers, records.
Give me an investigation check. Kaylin is going through papers as well. Kaylin, what you found thus far has been mostly finances. This particular gambling house seems to be quite a good earner.
12.
So yeah, you and Kaylin are over there shifting through papers right now. We'll get back to that in a minute. Mostly what you're finding is financial stuff, though.
4 bludgeoning damage. I'm assuming a 21 hits him.
Yeah, 21 hits. And yes.
Okay. A little less sarcasm, if you please, friend.
It was not sarcastic. It is the truth. Everyone postures like this when they're interrogating people. It's quite irritating.
I want to be clear. It's not posturing. I'm being upfront. I don't know who's interrogated you in the past. I don't want to actually cause pain to you. So I want you to understand how it's going to go down beforehand. I'm not trying to be threatening. I'm not trying anything but to make clear how this is going.
You get the mental equivalent of an eye roll.
Okay. So let's start with the big one, and then we'll work down from there. Where does one find Kalen?
So the immediate thing you get is relief through the detect thoughts. And then what comes spilling out of his mouth? Oh, you want to find Kalen? Please, please, give me a bundle of roses. The bastard can go rot in hell for all I care. Ah, he has a palace out near the oasis.
As it turns out, Kalen does not make his employees like him.
That's not surprising.
Insight check anyway.
Sure, insight check.
Yeah.
18.
Currently, he
7.
seems to be in the mood of, if they kill me, at least they kill Kalen too.
I kind of like this guy.
Please, we make no money. He takes it all for himself, puts it in this ridiculous palace death trap of his. He bleeds his own organization dry. We would be better off if he was gone and somebody else was leading. Unfortunately, he sets on fire anybody who says these things.
You probably shouldn't have let him be in charge.
Well, we didn't really have a choice. It was part of the setting people on fire portion of it.
You always have a choice.
You have not known Kalen for very long, if you think that is true.
I know there's no mechanical aspect of this, but I just dig a little forcefully.
Please, no need for that.
Sorry. Habit. All right. Tell me, since it seems like you would be okay with this happening, tell me everything you can about his palace.
Well, it is an ostentatious thing, and this is coming from someone who lives in Algeria, so take that what you will. Basically, it is a giant magical sandcastle. Well, except the sand was all burnt into glass a long time ago, but it is. I've only ever been in the primary four. It used to have a base of operations here in Luxuria. It was a small warehouse underneath the ground. Simple and, easy to run things from there. Ever since he acquired magical artifacts, a sword made of crystal, he seems to have gotten, what is the term, big for his britches? Yes, that one. And decided that the simple life underneath the ground was not enough for him. So he moved out to the oasis, took on built this castle with all the funds he doesn't let the rest of us have, and has booby-trapped it to the nines. Even if you have the proper password, he likes to make a game of it, see which employees can get to him to deliver their reports, kind of thing. He's a sick man.
Sounds like an idiot.
Don't call him that to his face.
Idiot would not be the best. Would not be any.
Also, I mean, if you're running an organization,
well,
and you just fuck with people trying to give you the reports, their job.
Well,
he's a fucking idiot.
What it has done, unfortunately...
It's power corrupts.
What it has done, unfortunately, for your friend here, is made sure that all of his top aides are people of some level of power, people to whom these death traps mean nothing.
Right.
And so, underbosses have their underbosses and their underbosses, so nobody really goes up to talk to him anymore, except for the people to whom don't care.
Okay.
The people who know the inside of the palace, well, they are the people that live in the palace, and these would be his primary cohorts, whom I would also be glad if you would get rid of. If you have a hit list, I will gladly add any number of names to them, however many you want. I have a list.
We don't know you that well. It's not that kind of relationship.
Where's the
list?
If you look under the middle shelf, there is a hidden panel.
I look for it, but I'm gonna trap check whatever he pointed to.
Sure. As you're going, he pauses for a minute. There is a hidden string. If you cut it, it will not go off.
Okay. What is the trap checking check?
Perception or investigation, either one.
I already pressed perception. I'm better at that. 15.
Yep. Yeah. He told you where it was. You sort of find it and cut the wire. You find a hidden panel and open it up, and there's like a journal.
Okay.
It's encoded. It's encoded.
I'm gonna open it up, flip through the pages really fast.
And you're learning what he's saying. It's encoded, but I'm pretty sure the one of you that is in my brain can probably make out what it is.
Chuck it to Selena.
Catch it.
Here. And you feel him mentally focusing on the cipher you need to know to break the code.
Okay.
You sort of play with it and in your brain and translate it. And basically this is a...
I see it says Joffrey, Cersei, the Hound, Maren Trant.
No. This is a...
But to be fair, I feel like Joffrey is on every hit list.
Yeah, it's just
as a matter of standard practice.
I don't even know a Joffrey.
It is a it appears to be a series of sort of it's a payments ledger, and it's calculating where money is going from this place and from a couple of other different warehouses nearby.
Okay.
And it's indicating to whom they are going to. You're seeing Geld.
Geld.
G-E-L-D.
G-E-L-D-E. Okay.
Walda. W-A-L-D-A.
Walda.
Ekin. E-C-I-N.
E-C-I-N.
Urin. U-R-I-N.
Okay.
And Galure. G-A-L-U-R-E.
G-A-L-U-R-E.
And I just put them in chat for you. So.
Yeah.
The names in that the not the coming from, but the going to names in that, those are the underbosses. These are the people.
Okay.
These are the people that live in the palace, along with Kaelin.
Are any of those names familiar to me?
Give me a history roll with advantage.
Okay.
Have these names been said out loud?
Not yet.
Okay.
17.
Yes. These are all the names of Kaelin's sort of top aides.
Right.
And you actually recognize Urin and Galore. Urin is a dwarf that likes to chop people's hands and feet off and adorn his wall with them.
Awesome.
And Galore is an elf that likes to turn people into statues and pose them.
And sorry, that was Galore and
Urin.
Last two.
Yeah. Urin is a dwarf that likes to collect hands and feet. Galore likes living people statue gardens. The other three you don't recognize.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about Geld, Walda, and Ekin, if you could. I'm fairly familiar with Urin and Galore.
Urin.
There, now they've all been said aloud.
Can I make the history check?
Sure.
Standard or?
Yeah, regular for you.
21.
You're familiar also with Urin and Galore.
Okay.
They are some of the more notorious of the group. The other three, not so much.
Okay.
Ekin and Walda keep to themselves. I do not actually know much about them. Geld, though, is my superior, the money changer. Geld, well, He sort of tweaks his head. My horn, guild's work. He's a cruel man. Likes to break things on people.
Like the chair.
Yes, like the chair.
I wasn't there.
Some people, I believe there is a rumor that he has some amount of dragon blood within him, but I do not know how truthful that rumor is or not.
Okay. Particular talents we should be on the lookout for.
I don't breaking things. I've never seen the man. I've never seen the man work in the manner in which you are seeking. Only what I've heard. I've fortunately never had to be around to witness.
I look over at Adolfo.
Adolfo's leaning back.
Do you have anything that you?
Well, not personally. My love worked with Ekin.
I was gonna say, do you have anything? We can download what we know about everybody later. Do you have anything you want to ask this guy before we continue?
No, you have fulfilled the one question I had, which is where can I find Kellen? I'm actually very surprised to find somebody so willing to talk.
So obviously you don't know how
Aaron,
to...
you're muted if you were trying to say something.
If you don't mind me asking something.
I don't. There are a few things that I still want to ask.
I'll be quick.
Okay, just...
Any of his...
Go ahead.
2 questions. Any of those major guards looking to take over?
I honestly have no idea. They seem very happy with the situation as it is.
Anyone who doesn't like him making power plays?
Anyone who doesn't like him that could make power plays are dead.
Fair enough. Second question. Do they usually... The minions... What's a good word for expendable grunts? He says that a lot. What's a good word for expendable grunts?
I believe you referred to catapult fodder.
The ones he sends to the ones that get sent to deliver him messages.
Yes.
Usually official members or just random people with no other choice?
Well, these are people that have the brand, but whether or not they have a choice is a separate question.
And they usually know who's coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good thoughts. So I do have a couple more questions. First off, I know you said, the only people who know the inner workings of the castle are the Fuckhead Five.
That's what we're calling them now. You realize that?
Yes.
Great.
You take any power they have away by mocking them mercilessly. It's the Bard way. I don't know why I'm using it, but we'll go with that. Do you know anything about the castle that might be useful?
And you can sense him sort of racking his brain.
Ways to even get in the door, much less. I'm not worried
I
about
believe
what one side will.
I do not know for certain, but there is a rumor that he has a tunnel to the oasis. He has a well drawing from the oasis itself. This is illegal, but no one questions him, and no one can prove it. But there might be a way in through the oasis that would not take you to the front door. He's a very
Okay.
paranoid man. I do not think there are any other ways to get in other than the front door, though.
Right. Well, when you do the things he does, you got to expect people are. It makes sense he's paranoid. The only other question I have for you is where does he keep his slaving operations?
That is a separate branch of the organization. I only count money. I do not know. That would be. I think that is. I believe that is Galor's branch of the operation.
That would make sense. Okay. Then that brings me to the next question. Sorry. Last question, part 2. Where would I find an underling of Galor's?
This I do not know. They keep us separate so that there's no consolidation of power. And you can sense he has no idea.
Yeah.
He knows who he reports to and who works under him. And the people that work under him are now all dead.
I might be able to figure some things out from the ledger.
I mean, the ledger is from him, so
Yeah.
it's not going to have any information he doesn't know. So, Braun, congratulations. You've answered appropriately enough. I'm not going to do anything to you. I don't care what any of them do, though.
If it is all same to everyone here, I would like to, perchance, how one says, take into custody for further processing.
Adolfo shrugs.
I have concerns about that.
I
No,
have two
no.
concerns, but I'm not going to fight you on it.
Actually, I'm good with that. Because if he goes into custody, they're going to know. Because they almost certainly have people in power in the law enforcement.
Works for me. I think that'll piss off the cleric the least. So,
Yeah, no, I'm down with that.
I'd like to insight check our monk friend because I don't know him and what he might do.
Sure.
So,
Are you being deceptive, Staphylos?
Nope.
okay. I nod.
Good use of natural 20 there.
Uh-huh.
Right?
no, Jack just whisper rolled a natural 20 that was higher. Custody is the name of my axe.
I once had a crossbow named Diplomacy.
We tried
Custody
diplomacy.
is the name of my ass.
I would like that's a comrade line. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Lennon. Braka, 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 braka. Lennon is the machine gun.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Well, then I would suggest we take a bit of time now, see if there's anything usable or valuable inside these walls, and then make our way back to surface, yes?
Sounds good.
So,
Any
Baldrin,
other
know
hidden
we're
compartments?
Baldrin, in this period of time, you would have succeeded in your task and received the information that you have received.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the Corbin? Two people asked a question.
I asked him if there was any more hidden compartments for more valuable objects.
Oh, yeah, no. Point.
He sort of sighs, looks over at Selena.
That's a yes.
Is Selena still in his brain?
Oh, yeah.
His tail whips out and points over at a grandfather clock.
In or behind?
In.
Okay. I'll walk over.
I mean,
It's
this is for the
Open
best.
it.
If you hadn't told us, I'm pretty sure that between that one pointing at Corbin and I don't even know who else. It was really a crapshoot. Would have just torn the place apart looking for other stuff. So this is really the best way to do it.
Is it
I
trapped?
open it.
I
I don't wait.
It's currently locked, so you grab it and pull, and the whole thing shakes.
I have a key of my own. It's a great axe.
I stand.
If there's
corrected.
valuables in there, do you really want to smash them with an axe?
I could. He probably
Corbett,
has the key.
You see me reaching for my axe.
Agnesal has a point.
Well, I mean, coins don't smash.
Looks
It
to
might
him.
not
Do you
be
have a
coin.
key? Yes or no? Answer quickly.
Yes,
Where's the
Where
key?
is it?
on my belt.
Go over, search him.
Investigation roll.
Okay.
Are there traps?
No.
Once the key has been provided,
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, you find the key easily enough. Opened up. There's a small wooden box on the bottom.
I'll grab it and open it. Is this
it-
locked?
No, it's not. This one's not locked. It's just a latch. It's not a key.
Okay.
When he said it wasn't trapped, he meant the grandfather clock is not trapped. The box, on the other hand, no.
As a fireball.
Is full of scorpions.
There is about
Yeah.
375 gold in the box.
Hey, you've been doing all right for yourself.
Yeah, myself. That is certainly a way to say it.
Well, depending
Yeah,
on
I'm guessing that wasn't
depending on how authorities
you-
are feeling,
money,
You-
aren't we?
you may have opportunity to do well for yourself again in future.
You can tell from his mind that that was the next payment to be sent
That's
out.
Caitlin's money.
Oh, this is your friends? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
No. Braun
Very-
strikes me as a
Take it.
smart enough guy to not skim. Cause, yeah.
Like I
'Cause he's
said,
still alive?
he has a habit of burning people. I got this because they thought I was, as he says, sort of indicating the broken horn. We just don't. We make a good amount of money, but they want all of the money, not some of the money.
Right. Yep, he's a peach, isn't he?
Where was the money supposed to be taken?
In the ledger. That money was meant for Geld.
How do you send money between the bosses?
Take it out, send the runner to the Oasis, they hand it to Geld, Geld gets it to Kalen.
All right. I'm good.
But you don't know where we would find any of these underlings.
Yes,
In
palace.
the castle.
Oh, they're all in the palace?
Yeah.
the underbosses are all in the palace.
In
I don't
his
know why I'm
giant
Russian,
sand
but whatever.
castle of magical.
We have to get to this palace then as soon as possible. Because they're going to know that you attacked a...
So as you look over and you're saying they're gonna know, Selena is using produce flame and control flame to burn a message into the wall currently. What? Oh yeah, they're gonna know.
Yeah, so best
So
plan
they'll know
to be
we're coming.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be great. Let's put all their guards up.
Yep.
Yeah, let's not. Let's kill this guy easy.
Ron looks over. Their guards are already up. I told you. Kalen is a
Yeah.
paranoid man.
That's the thing.
More than before.
He's a paranoid man. You make you actually give a paranoid man evidence that somebody is coming after him, and that paranoia crosses the line from healthy to self-destructive. He's going to become
We
irrational
already agreed on this.
and make poor decisions.
So, as far as future plan goes, we take care of this location, we drop off Mr. Braun with authorities, and then we go to Oasis, yes?
Sure.
Works for me.
Yep.
Where has Dwarf gone?
He went out.
On date?
Downstairs. Downstairs.
I'll
I
knock
see.
on the floor.
Poke my head outside. See if he's out there.
Baldrin! I'll go looking for a small animal, and if I find Baldrin first, great.
I'll go looking for Baldrin, actually.
I go looking for valuables.
The
I
two-
probably do not find any.
No, you don't find any, no. Other than the chest of money. The two of you that go looking for Baldrin go down the stairs and see Baldrin sitting at a table, sharing a drink with a corpse.
Yeah, I kind of figured you might have something like that.
No, the corpse isn't doing anything. It's just laying back and weakened at Bernie style.
Yes.
Would you ask it?
That doesn't change his statement.
A number of things.
Like what? I sit down at the table.
You know why these people work here?
Yeah. Why?
Because this is the only place that can pay them enough to leave the slums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
fist
would be my
times.
guess.
They're not here because they have any particular cruelty or propensity for pain. They're here because they want to stop being impoverished. I'm sure the higher-ups are awful people. But these
How
are the
many
people
of
that
them-
just died here.
How many of them can you... I gave you diamonds. How many of them?
None of them. They've been gone. They've been dead for more than 10 minutes. The level of magic to bring back someone who's been dead for that long is even within my grasp. What level is Ray's dead?
5th, I think.
5th level. Yeah.
5th level.
It's just barely within my grasp, but it's not one of the spells that I was expecting to need to use today.
I understand.
I'm gonna go punch Selena in the face.
Can I actually hear this conversation from upstairs?
Baldrin's not being loud.
Did you walk out to follow them? Or were you still in the room
Once I
burning
was done
language?
burning my message in.
What
By the way,
was the message?
is Kaylin, hi, I'm back. Kiss, kiss, ready to die. Question mark.
You're still burning the message right now.
Okay.
Wait.
Do you stop when
Look.
Crystal says wait, or do you keep moving, Hope?
Wait, what?
We all, on varying levels, knew that this is a vengeance-y vendetta.
Yes, and I was not okay with this when we started, but I went along because Selena seemed to want it, and she didn't explain any of it, and now she's killed a house full of people who did not want to be here, and I leave, and I'm
Now I'm
starting
sure I heard that. at least.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you
And-
heard that.
I'll
I
be
said-
right down.
And I barge into the room, and I've radiant consumption is up because I'm pissed.
If I
And
lose
I,
concentration on my spell, I'm gonna be so angry.
and I go and punch
I look
Selena
to
in the
Baldrin.
face.
Do you have the magical capacity to put them to sleep?
Nope, that's an arcane spell.
You want me to make a roll for
Go
that?
ahead and roll
Sure.
your attack.
That's just plus strength, right?
Yeah, if you're just punching.
Yeah. So +3.
Also-
Yes, it's my turn to patch them up after this one, huh?
Well,
22.
this wasn't just Selena. This was
Wow.
also Adolfo.
You take.
Yeah.
Was
I'll
it
be
one-
honest.
What's your strength for damage? Or is it like a D4?
It's
your
1 plus
D-
It's
strength.
1 plus
One
your
or-
strength.
4
yeah.
points of damage plus.
Okay.
Now I'm level 10, so 10 points of radiant damage. 14.
14.
Yep.
Hold on just a second. Does she have Warcaster? No, she just has Spell Sniper. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to beat a 10. You
I
beat
hit a 10.
You hit a 10.
All right. Yep.
There you go. And then I turn punch
You done?
and punch
Can I
Adolfo
talk now?
because both of them.
She has extra attacks. She can make 2 attacks.
Yeah.
We're sort of not quite in initiative right now. Make a strength saving throw.
Me?
As this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
happening. I'll be honest. He trusts Selena. I think she's making some bad decisions right now, but
So
she's a friend.
you turn to move towards Adolfo, and a small stone strikes you in the chest and erupts in vines and roots that wrap around you and lock you in place.
I didn't do
Let
it.
me go!
Adolfo, on the other hand,
Adolfo just sort
is
of
a
leaning
con
against the
artist.
wall. When you calm down and stop glowing with the radiant energy and punching people in the face, I'll let you go.
I will not!
Well,
Selena
then-
is literally a con artist.
He's got
I-
what he wants, and maybe he's being honest about it, and maybe he isn't.
Well,
But I don't trust him,
and until you calm down,
and
you're
I
going to be
don't
sitting
think
there.
he's a good person.
No,
I mean-
let her go.
Not if she's going to try to punch me.
I snap
You
the
can hit me
things
again
and
if
ask
you want.
what's up.
Snap, which-
What are you trying to snap?
The
vines.
the vines.
Make me a strength check. A strength, yeah. 'Cause
Athletics or
they're
strength
magical
saving throw?
vines.
Okay.
Just,
Or
it's
just
not-
a straight strength roll.
just a strength roll, strength check.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you break the vines free.
I snap him and say, "Okay, no, what the fuck is going on? Why'd you hit her? Why do you want to hit him?"
Because
By the way, everyone in that
Baldrin-
room is slowly burning with radiant energy.
Yeah,
Adolfo is
uh-huh.
out of the range.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know I'm in it now, so I'll take.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
because Baldrin talked
that's
to the
still
people to
taking-
one of the people downstairs. They don't have a. You get limited choices when you start out in life, and
Really?
these people ended up here because of that. And I'm trying to get toward Adolfo if anyone's stopping me.
Oh, for God's sake.
Staphylos is.
Whole
Okay.
person.
What's the save on that?
16.
What check?
Wisdom, I
Uh,
think.
Wisdom, I believe.
Wisdom. Okay.
So
Don't think
You want to
that's
beat me up, that's fine.
anything though.
I can see why you're upset. Allow me to explain some things to you, since you clearly do not understand. Yes, you do have limited choices when you are raised in the slums and the muck
Oh, good.
of
Control
underneath the city.
concentration spell.
But they are not no choices. Everyone has a choice to make. I made mine when I refused to join a criminal organization, refused to put other people's happiness at the expense of my own, and crawled my way out of these slums. I made my choice when I married the woman I loved. And Kalen made his choice when he murdered her. And all of these people who side with him, who work for him, regardless, I do not give a damn why, made their choice. You either side with them or you are against them. Those are your choices.
I'm going to put it in a little bit of different terms. I mean, same argument, but I mean, again, same sort of thing. I had a lot of potential choices. I didn't grow up particularly well off, to say the least. Did I do some shitty things, and do I still do shitty things in order to make my way? Yeah. Do I do the kinds of things that these people have done in order to work for a guy like Kalen? No. I'm pretty sure somebody, and I'm not saying that Baldrin should be the example of where the baseline between live or die morality is. But I'm pretty sure if Baldrin were faced between spend the rest of your life in these slums or work for somebody as terrible as Kalen, he'd be fine with spending the rest of his life looking for a place to sleep every night. They still had choices. Don't give me that they didn't have a choice of what they were going to do bullshit.
Not everybody has.
I could have made their
the other choice.
If I thought,
Not everybody has the strength to make the choice. They'll go with what's easy.
That's true. That's why I didn't.
It's not right. It's not wrong.
That's why
it's just a matter of what they have available to them.
That's why. Well, honestly, what I did was on impulse, but it was a fairly quick go. And I mean, I'm gonna point out Adolfo. Really, look at all those bodies right through the throat. That's a quick death.
No, it's actually not. You then slowly asphyxiate because you can't breathe.
You're downstairs.
I can say that. I know. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Maybe you hit the brainstem and they lose all sensation. Anyways, these weren't killing these people because they're terrible people. These were killing these people because they were in our way and they would not have gotten out of the way. I mean, they're terrible people too.
I'm so glad that I'm not there, so I can't point out the fact that you were fucking invisible.
Also, Actor Soul
You don't know
is
Adolfo was
continuing
invisible.
his
You don't
conversation
know.
with Baldrin, so we're staying downstairs.
You actually don't know they
You
were
don't know that
invisible.
either of them were. The only person who knows that he was invisible, either of them were invisible, is
Cephalus.
our Minotaur friend.
Who rolled a natural 1 on that perception check, so may have assumed they were just sneaking.
That's true.
Is probably what I think, yes.
As far as he knows, he came into the room, saw Adolfo there, and I had been sitting against the wall behind.
So,
Okay.
if you're done with your moralizing, he says, looking at Hope, who's still radiantly glowing, you may want to turn that off before you kill your
damage have I
allies.
taken at this point, by the way?
You've definitely taken, if Hope hasn't turned it off, you have taken at least 5 rounds worth of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stepped
That's
away.
another 50 damage.
5. No, it's 5. I think. Let me double check.
You said it was 10. You said it was 10 earlier.
It was 10 because I was hitting. The glow does less damage.
Okay.
Glow does half level.
The radius.
Yeah, so 10 or 5.
So
5 per
that's
round.
25.
So 25
You're taking
damage.
25 radiant damage.
I'm assuming, by the way, throughout all this, I am done with my message at this point.
Yeah, you would have finished it shortly after the first one.
Okay.
There's probably
arguably-
a little bit
I
confusing because there's probably a radiant scorch mark on the ground in front of it.
Oh, that's fine. That'll just add to the what the fuck's going on here.
25 have 13.
I dropped the hold person at this point.
Yeah, I've dropped the
You
radiant.
want to hit someone, hit me again.
No. I leave.
So a slightly singed Hope comes stomping down the stairs.
Ow, I wanted to do some...
Oh, what were you trying to do?
Because we were in the middle of a conversation when the conversation split.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You can continue your conversation. You would have heard at the very least, by the time Adolfo started talking, you would have started to hear that.
Yeah, no,
so-
Adolfo
I'm
wasn't being quiet.
assuming
Yeah.
he heard that. But another thing to keep in mind is even if they didn't have a choice, by the laws of this city, they are criminals. And whether or not it was the only option,
There's always many options, but not everyone can take those choices.
No, not for them. I mean, yes, part of it is if I am a guard, I accept the risk of being a guard, even if I don't have a ton of options for where I live. But most of it is, we did intend to get in here. And there was a chance, even if we pulled things off flawlessly, that, well, I get the feeling that Staphylos doesn't do the negotiation side of it.
I point at the corpse that I've been talking to. You see that puncture?
Unnecessary overkill?
You know what happens when your windpipe is punctured?
Yeah.
Make a medicine roll real quick, Boldrin. Because you would have had time, with advantage, because you would have had time to...
With advantage?
Over this. Yeah.
Medicine... 6 is apparently the best that I got, apparently.
That's fine. Okay, so...
With my actually, like, not bad medicine score,
Yeah,
I just didn't roll it.
your passive's high enough.
My passive is 14.
Yeah, you can tell that the blows were done from behind. Meaning it would have gone through the spinal cord first. Whether or not however that impacts your responses, but you would have known they went behind, not front.
Yeah, it can depend on the stab wound, but you'd choke on your own blood, or if it hits the spinal cord, done, brain dead. Potentially you bleed out if it's just cut through the arteries like you would a cow.
And we do know that, yes, if one loses sensation to the rest of their body, it's essentially over from that point. But we also don't know how much pain that causes. We know that when one loses a hand, those nerve endings no longer being there does not mean there's no pain. In fact, it means there's quite a bit more.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm not exactly okay with this. I'm just...
It's not... It looks like a swift death because the body can't react. But we don't know that it is, and I don't feel like that's a fast and easy way to die.
I'm not
So
making
you're
excuses
saying that
for either of their actions, and I certainly am not making excuses for Adolfo. What I am saying is that getting their skulls crushed would probably also not have been a very fast death.
Likely not.
And I'm not the guidance-y type, but
That was for me and Jeremy.
like someone's making fun of my Eberron character.
I'm about to fuck all of your efforts up, so it's fine.
But I am... At this point, he's probably flinching because Adolfo's being an asshole upstairs. At least with Selena, try not to... I feel like this will get worse if she and Adolfo cut themselves off from us anymore.
Sometimes
I feel like
that's-
there's a way to be a moderating force without being angry all the time.
Sometimes that's the price you pay for your actions, is you lose your allies. And then you have to go at this task alone, an impossible task that they have no hope of succeeding at.
Oh, don't say that.
And then
That's a challenge.
and then they get to see what it's like to have no choices. And they can talk about having choices and making hard decisions, but will they make the hard decision to throw their lives away when they know they can't win?
Yes, they will. I've seen her. Yes. And that is what I don't want to happen. It's fine. Whatever. My main point is I'm trying. And I'm not good at it, so maybe you, who is good at it, should also be trying.
They won't listen to me. I have an air of self-importance to people like them.
Like them.
Just because they won't listen doesn't mean you can't be there. I think.
I mean, I'll be there.
You say that like you're going to be the one arresting them, which is not the point.
At some point, I come down singed.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
We all
Find
come
the
down.
alcohol?
That's from my flask.
Oh, god damn it. Do they keep
He's not
any
go-
alcohol here?
He's not going to drink it. You can take his drink.
Feels disrespectful, but fine. I
What's he gonna
take
do,
his
fight
drink
you
and I
for it?
down it.
I think being disrespectful to the dead is kind of off the table at
At
this point.
roughly that point is when Hope comes storming down the stairs.
I'm
that
coming down
productive,
not
Hope?
long after.
Huh?
Was it productive?
No.
Did you think it was going to be?
No, but it makes me feel better, so.
I know the feeling.
And the rest of the group follows shortly after.
Waldron,
Staphylus carrying
I
Braun.
don't mean to be a dick, but could you
As
do you
Bulgrin
have-
takes a sip sitting across from a corpse.
I take the mug from the dead body next to the other corpse. He's not going to need it. Is there any way I don't know how much magic you've already expended, but if you could do a little bit of healing, I don't mind the hit. It's the constant radiant burning that became a bit of a problem, and we're not in the best part of town.
No,
If
we're
not, I get it.
I
If
told
not-
you it was your turn.
To quote Adolfo, you made your choice.
That's fine. There is no harm in asking. And you're right, I did.
Adolfo seems completely unfazed by your choice of words.
All right, well, we've got a lead.
Adolfo, I do have one question.
Certainly.
How would you feel if someone said the same things you were saying about these guys about your wife?
It's a valid point.
Make an insight check.
I don't mean to be a dick, but that is a...
I'll make that. I'll make that insight.
When I need it to.
I
I'll
don't
make
know if
that
I can
insight.
as well, because
Sure,
I'm curious.
certainly.
But
17.
Okay.
6.
Let's all look at him and
I'm
see how
too
much
angry.
it stings.
He seems perfectly calm as he
And
responds.
not about to murder Idrisol at all.
It's
That
fine.
is their choice to make the statement. Would be untrue in that particular case, but they can make that statement if they desire.
You're a fool.
Maybe. But I'd rather be
We
a
need to buy
fool-
more alcohol.
I'd rather be a fool than a dead one. And he struts out of the building.
I'm sure
me,
they.
Bard.
I'm sure they would be. I'm sure they would too.
Well, they made their choice. And he continues out.
They really
So, based on what
I'm going to resurrect a construct of his wife somehow and murder it in front of him. He's that annoying.
That's a bit far.
That is so far beyond too far.
Fortunately, he wasn't in the room to hear
Yes.
that. Because that would have been an attack.
I have a question.
No, let me provide a little bit of context here. I don't know if you guys have been in the room for all of the explanation he's given about his wife. She wasn't somebody who chose this. She was somebody who, like I said, was thrown into a cell until they were forced to capitulate. That's not the same thing as these people. And for the record, people making choices, Hope, I was in a cell for a long period of time and I never capitulated. So yes, I do look down on these fucking people. I was in a much worse place than they were, and I never went their route.
So what did our friend Braun do as soon as you had him?
He answered questions.
Braun looks over Staphylus' shoulder. I answered questions.
I'm pretty sure that in the time that it took, that me and Braun are out. We're not waiting around.
You didn't stop?
Oh, yeah,
okay,
we walked through the room and we have
GM
kept, we have not
question.
stopped
Got it.
yet.
So Staphylus and Braun
Can I
are
cure wounds
gone.
with a punch?
Technically, yes.
Okay. Is it a dexterity-based attack by any chance?
No, it'd be strength.
Okay, give me... This is gonna have probably the wrong things on it, but it's a strength attack roll I just made. 14. Helena?
Is your strength 20?
No.
Yeah, because that's plus 5.
Yeah, it shouldn't be plus 5. You're not
proficient in unarmed.
Plus 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not proficient in it. Then I'll re-roll.
It's just a regular strength check.
Unless you have the Tavern Brawl feat.
7.
Right.
Those are so her armor class is 12. So no.
Yeah.
Whoosh. What did I do to you now?
We've been down here talking about you, so this is...
Let's not
But, so...
pretend that he's doing... That what he's doing is justified. Or that what his wife did, whether or not it was coerced, whatever the reason was justified.
So when given the first opportunity, Braun decided to be helpful for you because he has no love of his employer.
Oh, for God's sakes. Are we going to get into moralizing about whether these guys would have done it too? Because I don't want to go down that road.
Let's go down that road.
No,
please.
Because
I'm going to try and walk out and find the monk.
Here for 17 hours arguing this over and over and over.
Because you don't have an answer.
I just saw you walk out and see Corbin standing there, unless Corbin continued walking after leaving.
No, I just hung out outside the front of the door, just leaning up against the wall.
Staphylus is nowhere in sight.
Okay. Well, the ceilings in here are apparently high, so I'm taking to the sky to see if I can get a better angle.
Okay.
Fine.
If you can give me a decent answer as to why these people should not have been given the same chance that you gave to Braun. A decent answer.
Mm-hmm. I'm let this
go.
I didn't kill these people, so stop judging me for it.
What
you
about
didn't
the
even
ones
ask.
Killed by magic outside?
Oh, those were me.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have done it if I was thinking rationally? No. Do I feel bad about it? No.
Then think rationally. And
that said, I keep giving you an answer. You just won't accept it and keep trying to approach it from different situations or different avenues.
Because the answer that you're giving me is because they're not on my side. That's not a decent answer. You don't know if they're on your side. You haven't given them the chance to join you. From what I can gather, Braun doesn't seem to like his employer.
No, he doesn't. Does that mean that I'm going to work with him? No. There's a reason he's being carted off to jail right now.
Yes, and that's fine. But you gave him the choice to stop working for his perspective.
No, we didn't. Let's be frank. He only, I honestly believe, yeah, he would have given us answers. And there would have been some level of honesty. But the only reason he gave completely truthful answers was because I was in his mind scouring his brain for them. He knew he couldn't lie. Now, these people here, you can cast your clericy spells. You can talk with them all they want. I'm sure they have entirely unbiased perspectives on this situation right now.
These corpses have never seen me. They don't lie to me. They have no perspective on me. I'm outside. You know what this spell does? It gives the body a semblance of ability to communicate. It doesn't bring back the soul. It can only tell what the body knew. And
that's not accurate.
Actually, that is how Speak with Dead works.
But they can still lie.
The body is still entirely capable of lying to you.
Only if it recognizes you as an enemy.
Well,
no, absolutely not.
At all, period. It can lie to you no matter what. If the call out there is specifically that they don't have to tell you the truth. So if you are an enemy, they'll probably lie to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
if it's something that
they lie to anybody about, then yes, they would.
Soul.
Yeah. Now that doesn't make Boldrin's argument any less true. They don't know me,
and
so
Selena doesn't know that. I was throwing that out for clarification.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a body will only lie if it's something that it would be habitually impulsed to lie about to anyone, to me, to an outsider who they don't know. They won't be lying to me about their personal situation when how they came to be here.
So, all right. Listen. I wouldn't have done this the way that I did, which I've already said, if I had had a moment to think a little bit more clearly. I don't regret it. I'm not going to regret it. Nothing you can do will make me regret it. If that alters our relationship in some incontrovertible way, I'm sorry.
I don't expect you to regret the people you've killed.
Good. Let me rephrase. There are people I've killed that I regret. There are no people in this situation I've killed that I regret.
If you're looking to walk into a situation as dangerous as the one that was just described to us, though, I think it's important that you reach a headspace where you can think rationally, or you're going to be putting everyone's lives in danger.
You're not wrong.
And
I will do my best not to be impulsively destructive.
And if Adolfo continues down this path, it will kill him.
That's his choice. I know from personal experience that I am currently experiencing that that is entirely up to him. I hope it doesn't. I am going to do what I can because I understand him. But however he goes after this, is entirely on him, and I can't help with that. Just like, unfortunately, he won't be able to help me with that.
Cutting over
If
temporarily.
this-
Now,
Okay.
Cutting over
Oh.
temporarily.
Yes.
Agrisol, make a perception check. You do not
That's
see
20.
you do not see Stephalos. You
Okay.
imagine having seen how fast he moves, you imagine he's probably already up above the crust.
Yeah,
Um,
I was hoping to exploit the D&D
yeah. You
diagonals.
you do, however, see Adolfo, whether or not you care to follow him, just sort of kicking over a barrel in an alleyway, like he's just sort of working out aggression.
Does it seem like there's anyone of our party else around?
Corbin is in front
Outside
of the.
Yeah.
Corbin is in front of the gambling house that you left. Nobody else
Yeah,
is around
I was just saying
Adolfo.
out there.
Okay. I'll dip down to where Adolfo is, and just, you said he's like over by a bench or something?
He just kicked over like an empty barrel, like a trash barrel. Just
Well, take a seat on top of a building or something above him.
Yep, sure. He's doing that thing that people do when they've just had a really, like a heated argument and they have a lot of stress. They can't just stab somebody, so they need to go kick over a barrel. He's doing that in the alley.
Yeah.
These guys need to invent tin cans so you can
the
just kick it
people
down
inside
the street.
would let Selena go do that.
Yeah, but when you do that, like a lightning bolt just hits random passerbys. So
I feel like Selena's still in a headspace where she'd probably feel bad if an entirely innocent person got fireballed from her in an unrelated situation.
She would. Yeah.
So are you just watching Adolfo, or are you doing anything else, Idrisol?
Give me a second to make it save. No, he's pissed. He's not doing or saying anything, but he's casting Hunter's Mark on Adolfo.
person feels that, don't they?
Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't.
Which, by the way, puts away the Hunter's Mark that I wasn't actually using on guy that Stephalos is carrying.
Yeah. Let me look at the wording of Hunter's Mark real quick.
Let me pop it in chat for you.
Yeah. You choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it at your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it. You have advantage on any wisdom perception. Wisdom target drops before 0 hit points for the spell ends. You can use bonus action to higher levels. Yeah,
Identifying magic is typically Arcana.
I want to say he gets a roll.
Yeah.
Because he is a magic user himself, which gives him a little bit more of a ability to sense that than a beast would.
Arcana check to identify a spell being cast is usually 15 plus the spell's level.
Yep.
Which in this case is 1.
Fortunately, he's not very smart. He's very charismatic, so let's see. 18. So yeah, he suddenly stops and starts looking around.
Just fold back onto
the dickish dishonored thing where you just stand and wait for them to finally find up.
Yeah. After a few seconds, he looks back, looks around, looks up, sees you, holds his arms out. Have you come to proselytize more?
Nah. Just keeping an eye on you.
He sort of snorts and goes back to pacing. Stephalos. Because you move so quickly, very quickly, you find yourself outside the crystal tower of Zygmunt.
Okay. Is there like a bell or a knocker or anything?
Typically, when you enter the tower, Zygmunt knows you're there.
Okay.
You're not certain how.
He'll just swan on in there then.
Yep. And after a few moments of standing around, the familiar, oddly eyed, older humanoid-looking figure of Zygmunt steps up to your side. Ah, well, Staphylos, so good to see you. Have you brought me something?
Yes, I bring you present, Mr. Stellapoulos. His name is Bron, and I just kind of dump him on the floor. He keeps books for shifting sands.
Ah. I assume you've acquired information from him.
Yes, friends that you sent to look me up. We found a gambling location, we broke up party, and this was what we had left over.
Yes, I had a sense that anybody looking for someone to kill in this town probably had something to do with the shifting sands. I see it was a good idea to send them to you.
Indeed. I have found that there may be more to Shifting Sands project that I am willing to continue to pursue, how one says, pro bono, I believe is term.
Well, I appreciate it. Getting rid of their gambling efforts is all that is required to free you of your debt, but if you wish to see it through, by all means, I'm certain I can come up with some form of reward for you.
Would be much appreciated, although not required.
No.
Thank you for giving the opportunity.
Sort of, no. I always repay my debts.
Oh, God. Run away from him. Run away from him now. Fuck, don't get married around him.
Understood, Mr. Stellapoulos. Well, should you need to contact me, I am certain man of your talents needs no assistance in that matter.
Simply return to the tower once you've finished with your business, and I will have something set aside for you.
Very good. Other members of Job are having ethical debates below the city. I think I shall go down and see if they are finished yet. Maybe after 5-course dinner.
I'm certain they could likely benefit from your wisdom. I find that the Minotaurs of Tortopor have a way of mediating certain things.
We have our methods.
Another thing about it, most of those methods revolve sending them up cliffs to fight it out.
Is true. You are a very well-educated individual, sir.
I do my best.
Do not we all? Have a good day.
He nods. You head back.
And I turn around and walk back.
Now, back to the conversation inside.
Okay, where were we last?
Yeah, Bolden was.
It was.
I just started a sentence.
Okay.
Yeah. If this, he says, pointing to the massive bodies, happens again to a bunch of people who have been given no chances, there will be a reckoning for whoever caused it. I don't expect you to regret this. I expect you to think about that next time.
Well, I'm going to think smarter. Because that's why Kaylin had just said being smarter. Yeah, this wasn't a normal situation. I did not quite anticipate how strong my emotional reaction would be upon seeing Kaylin's people. I've anticipated, or I can now, shall we say, adjust.
Good.
Also, honestly, at this point, I would be tactically dumb just to go in mass slaughtering. That probably didn't help, did it?
No.
No, it didn't.
Okay. Well, it's the first thing primarily, but that too. I'm playing a smarter game at this point.
I can accept that there are terrible people at the top of this organization that need to die. But there are too many people in the crossfire who don't.
And all I'm going to say is that my experiences with his people were not just with him, were with a lot of underlings, and they weren't that much better than him. I realize that none of these people were those people that I personally encountered, but I think you can understand where I'm hesitant to believe the best out of these people, or even give them much benefit of the doubt.
When you stop giving that benefit of the doubt is when you become one of them.
Oh, no. No, you have to cross a lot of other lines before you become one of them.
It's a slippery slope, my friend.
Slippery slope fallacy is found to have very little effectiveness. And
Thank you.
Can we stop yelling at each other now?
I haven't raised my voice this entire time.
Oh, fuck off. You know exactly what I mean.
But yes, let's get moving.
All right, cool.
I give the person I've been having a drink with a pat on the shoulder.
slumps out of the chair.
Green 7. I briefly considered setting the body on fire, but don't see progress.
Progress!
I look down as he hits the floor. Rest easy, friend.
Burn in hell.
Baby steps.
If you deserve to be there, how's that? Okay.
Little does anyone know, this man was a caregiver for 15 children, working in an orphanage.
Baldrin knows.
Working two
Baldrin didn't
jobs.
ask that.
I didn't ask that question. He's working two jobs. He's working a night job as a guard for casinos just to stop people from getting too rough, and his day job he's caring at the orphanage.
Either that or his day job, he rapes and pillages small villages. One of the two. It's a toss-up.
There's no in between.
There's no in between. It's one of the two.
We don't believe in gradients in this society.
No, we don't. So you step outside.
My favorite episode yet.
Corbin is
Are you guys
standing outside.
finally done?
Yeah, we're done being angry at each other. Well, I won't go that far, but we're done yelling.
Roughly at that point, Staphylos wanders through the crowd of people to you.
Hey, what up, dude?
It's done now, yes? We are going to Oasis.
Yeah.
Guess
That's
so.
the plan.
What would you say is the fastest way to get there?
Running.
I love this guy.
Can't run as fast as you can.
I feel like your boss told you because I made a boat joke to him. But never mind.
Do I actually know if there's any sort of transit or options as far as that goes?
I
mean,
feel like the secret criminals, the secret crime boss magical castle does not have a bus route.
Well, so the Oasis is where the capital of Illinois is.
Oh,
where Elan is.
yeah.
Where Elan is. You could take there. I mean, there are caravans that go out to Elan all the time. You could hitch up with a caravan. You could pay for an airship ride, if you wanted to. You could walk. You could. I mean, although walking you'd probably die of exposure and thirst if you tried walking.
Oh please!
Because Illinois is while it is beachy sand, it is still nothing but sand. Yeah, caravan, walking, airship ride. There's a variety of methods by which to travel there.
I wouldn't worry about starvation.
Purchase our own mounts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about starvation or thirst. Well, if we chose to walk, because I can make 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day.
Really,
7, 8 times a day.
exposure is the problem with walking.
Yeah.
more than
Mhm.
anything
Yeah.
else.
There are a number of methods one could take advantage of if you wish to go in company of others. Hiring on as guards for caravan might be wise. If you are flush with the cash, as they say, the airships via Mr. Stellapulvis's business can take you to capital fairly quickly. We can purchase horses, oxen, camels, whatever you choose to ride. as
Camels
option.
here.
Oh, Bosco. Forgot about him.
I mean,
That's okay.
I honestly didn't. But
I mean, we are 375 gold richer.
we.
Yes,
Yes.
we. I don't recall you defeating anybody en route to that gold. So I think that I'm being very generous in sharing my spoils with all of you.
Fight you for it. Just kidding. I don't know.
Okay.
Do I have a
No.
rough guesstimate as far as airship fare costs?
Probably about 50 gold a head.
He'll provide that as far as
How much?
50.
50 gold a
Yeah,
head.
pop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, sorry, 6. Sorry. John doesn't exist in this world.
Adolfo does, though.
This one, because
Adolfo can
Fine.
cover his own ass.
7 of us.
Six,
Or he can stay here.
7 including 5. At 50
You're not
gold
counting
each?
yourself.
No, I included myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Count the portraits and roll 20.
8.
3, 4, 5.
Doesn't work because it's the same
There's
count.
7.
Is 400
It's
gold
8.
for group.
400 gold
Plus
for the
5.
lot of us.
Yeah.
Unless we can get the bulk discount. I do
I
not think bulk
can.
discount exists.
No.
Maybe
Um,
employee discount, seeing as how we're breaking up a criminal ring for this guy.
Ring is already broken. This we do more or less pro bono, I believe, is his
Also,
term.
my impression, and I may be wrong, but my impression is that the airships are not governmentally run.
Is private contract, I
Yeah.
believe.
So it's not like the whatever he is of this town necessarily.
He's the magistrate, but this is also his private. But the airships are his private business.
Oh, right.
He didn't have to give away any of his assets when he got the position.
My, sounds like a corrupt situation that no civilized state should allow, because there could be a lot of conflicts of interest there.
I don't know.
certainly
He's
hope
just
that's not going on in any first world nation right now.
he's just really charming, and a lot of people think it was just popularity contest, really.
Anyway.
Zygmunt
Basically,
Stellapulvis, however, did voluntarily
basically
release his tax
confiscate-
returns.
Zygmunt
That's our
Stella-
country's excuse.
Zygmunt Stellapulvis does voluntarily release his tax returns, yes.
Jesus.
Commentary.
It's delicious.
So remember, folks, that's at John A. Bates for all of your love mail.
Bring it on.
Actually, that's a good point. And J. Thomas 411 Mania.
Jesus.
Come at me.
All of our
All right,
Twitters are
enough.
directly below us right now.
Above, but yeah. At me, bro. At me, bro.
Right. So we're 20. If we use the money that we just got out of Braun, we're 25 gold short.
Yeah.
Oh, if it is 25 gold you need, I can contribute.
I mean, I would hope. Okay.
I mean, I found like 20 gold on the guys that were in there.
Oh, well, then we're 5 gold. No, that's your money. You found that. That's all you.
I mean, I found the box too, but
You
No.
found the box because I read his mind.
I know. No. Yeah, I guess we can.
Agdasol, from where you're at, you can see that the group has sort of conglomerated outside the building now.
If anyone looks particularly hard, there's the ominous winged figure standing over, glowering.
It's
down.
just like Boldrin leans back to like stretch his spine for a bit. Oh, right there. Oh, there he is. Because as it turns out, human beings do have necks and they can look up.
And you're a dwarf. That's
Dwarves don't have necks. Medically impossible.
Yes, like that's why I had to
very,
bend over
very
backwards.
stiff.
So,
Well, if passage is what we require, then I have my entire life on back right now. So we can go to Airship Tower unless other business is necessary.
Airships.
How far? How far is, or how late in the day is? I'm trying to remember timeline at this point.
We arrived
I
in
don't
the
think
morning.
we've slept
We
yet.
met
I don't think
Stophalos
we've
and
slept
drinking.
since we docked.
Nope.
No, we haven't.
Whereas
Let's go get
Staphylos
some
will
sleep.
explain. Drinking.
Well, let's go spend the night somewhere, doing whatever, regaining our sorcery points and other such things.
I kind of promised a Fae I'd fill them in on some stuff.
oh, you already did that. You did that on the elevator ride down.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if that counted or if I needed to go back by.
No, it's fine. You can go back by if you want. He always
Nah.
loves visitors.
So yeah, let's get a room for the night and then head out tomorrow.
Yep.
All right.
Where's a good place, Staphylos?
Depends what type of entertainment you wish. Are you looking for drinks? Are you looking for food? Are you looking for sex? What?
A little bit of all. Well,
Oh.
I am. Sorry, I don't know about everybody else.
Just a little something to drink, and a place to crash.
I would suggest Crystal Chandelier.
Why?
Is good
Then-
place if there is a very old Minotaur philosopher and monk named name of Ven. He liked to draw diagrams, and they are a way of organizing things. This is one where 3 circles all intersect.
Huh. Okay.
And he will draw an example diagram in the dirt. With a
So-
circle labeled drinks, and one labeled food, and one that's just got a dick next to it.
Give me a performance roll.
Yes.
Performance roll to
It's a
draw
very
for
it's a
dick.
very good Venn diagram with a very
Lifelike sketch.
yeah.
overly detailed.
It's got veins and everything in it.
All right.
Why do I offer to do?
Wow.
Selena's not the only one who engages in activities without rationally considering the possible consequences.
And you give the GM a thing to play with. But Tish. Anyways, that's what we call a double entendre.
Moving
folks.
swiftly on.
So you all just head off?
Yeah.
All right, Agdasol, you watch the group head off without pulling you over.
Ah.
I wave at Agdasol as we start moving.
Bye.
He's stuck moping, watching.
I want to peel off. I don't want to be with
Watching
people
my
right now.
target.
I'll sneak off.
Give me a
I
stealth
don't
check.
blame you. We are pretty terrible.
Yes. Stealth off.
Give me a stealth roll.
24.
But I am watching them, so if I could make that roll.
Make a perception check. You're sort of half watching them, and it's not like this place isn't crowded. Like, interestingly enough, even though there were very obviously lots of people leaving that building in a panic, nobody in the slum seems to care, and so like business hasn't been disrupted in the slightest.
With the 17, I'm watching them decently well. It's just hope it's sneaky.
Yeah, and sort of they pass through, like they sort of merge in with a group of people, and when they leave that group of people, when they disentangle themselves from that group of people on the other side, Hope's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Stophalos.
Yes.
Where does Mr. Stelpulvis stay?
He is most easily found by visiting his tower. His big crystal structure.
I was about to say, I'm assuming it's the very obvious tower in the center of the city.
Is indeed.
I will, I'll see the group of you later. I need to have a conversation.
Dwarf.
All right,
Arkansas
just
Dwarf.
remember.
Watch your
Mrs.
back.
Gets stitches.
Hold on to purse.
She says it completely joking.
Do not take any wooden nickels.
Alright, so two of you peel off. Yggdrasil and Adolfo are left in the alley. Or, Yggdrasil's above the alley, Adolfo is in the alley. We'll start with Baldrin. Baldrin, you head to the tower.
Yep.
You head inside. It's busy. There's business happening.
I look around and see if there's a standout elven fey-looking individual.
He
weird
looks human.
eyes.
He looks human. with
Sorry,
weird eyes.
human-looking individual with weird eyes.
Yeah. Not currently. There's a reception desk, though. If you'd like to go talk to, like, one of the receptionists. You notice all the receptionists are elves. All of the uniformed people in this tower are elves, too.
So I approached the reception desk. Excuse me.
Yes. The leaning down over the tower is this sort of almost tinted blue skinned elf with silver hair sort of rolling back into a ponytail. Just sort of leans down and leans on. Yes, how might I help you?
I'm looking to have a brief conversation with Mr. Stelpulvis about some activities that he's looking to have dealt with, that he's recently spoken with my companions about.
Certainly. Give us a moment. And she leans back and moves over to the back end. Give me a history roll.
I'm not good at that one, but we'll try.
It's not a hard one.
I'm proficient in that one. Never mind. 7.
Now you remember why this person seems familiar to you. This looks to be the same type of elf that Lelian Watersong is.
So elf from the Feywild, if I recall, from Lelian's.
Lelian is from the Feywild, yes.
Yeah.
But they sort of have the same skin tone. Not the same hair color, but they have a very similar skin tone. This, like, pale, almost blue. After a while, a polite cough is heard to your right.
I look to my right.
Clad in a black linen suit with a white shirt with ruffles down the collar and floofy bits on the wrists, is this older-looking male human with odd eyes.
Mr. Stelpulvis.
Please, call me Ziggy.
Ziggy?
Or
As you
Zygmunt,
wish.
if you prefer.
I think Zygmunt probably fits my dwarven tongue a bit better.
That's fine. How might I be of assistance?
Yes, I was hoping to have a conversation with you about the problematic organization that you've recently assisted us, pointed us to someone who would assist us in dealing with.
Certainly. Please, follow me.
I follow.
And he sort of leads you over to not closed off, but slightly less populous sort of seating area. And he sits down, leans back. Well then, what would you like to discuss?
Well, currently our group is preparing to rest for the evening before setting off in the morning to the Oasis, where apparently more of the higher end members of the organization make their business known.
Certainly.
And I was wondering if perhaps you knew anything that would assist us in either getting there or finding them once we do.
Be a persuasion roll.
11. I'm rolling like shit tonight.
Ooh.
Yes, you really are.
Statistical evidence.
I mostly keep to myself and to my city. If you're heading, where are you heading?
The Oasis.
Ah, to Elan. I can recommend a bevy of very good quality restaurants and inns and taverns in Elan. As far as this organization, their headquarters at, I have no information of myself. I imagine Stophilos would know the extent of what I know in relation to that. Well, I am quite curious to hear more about it.
Very well. I'm afraid, well, there's a number of people who are quite invested in this situation, unhealthily in some regards.
I find unhealthy investment to be a boon in many cases. You know exactly how they're going to react, or at least how they're going to react to stimuli relating to that investment. The trick then is, how do you control that stimuli?
Unfortunately, the reaction is the problem.
If it's the problem, then find a productive way to use it.
That one I certainly might be able to work on. But, I'm sorry, there was, I appreciate your assistance, and I'm afraid that, I may have to just continue on as I am. But would you happen to know the locations of any temples in the area?
Certainly. I know all the temples in Eleonora, in Luxuria specifically, but is there one in particular you're looking for?
The Forge Father.
He'll be in the Market District, just north of the docks. Sorry, just south of the docks, other way around.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Certainly.
And hopefully we'll remove this troublesome organization from all of our sides.
I'd appreciate that. And if you're looking for methods of travel, I assure you that we do have some not quite as bulky airships as the one you flew in on. The more travel-oriented ones, far more comfortable.
Yes, that seems to be the direction our group is going. We've recently been talking about cost.
Certainly. Well, in that case, I will be sure to see you off.
Appreciate it.
Well, I thank you for your time. I'll see myself out.
Good cleric.
Yes.
One more thing. And he sort of reaches into a pocket and pulls out a small bit of emerald that looks like it's been carved as a trinket. Here. And he holds out a hand.
I accept it.
Should you find that certain reactions are a bit too volatile for a situation, that may help you.
I'll take a look at it. And I pocket it.
Certainly. As I said, I find controlling the stimuli to be the easiest method. After all, if you know a dragon hoards gold, then provide them gold and it will be safe.
Indeed. I appreciate all of your help.
Of course.
Oh, I bid you a good evening, then.
He tips a hand and leans back, watching you go.
I make my way to the Temple of Baliner.
Sure. The rest of you... Actually, we'll go back to Agdrisal. Agdrisal. So the party has headed up.
Yep.
Continuing to watch Adolfo.
Yeah.
After a while, he seems to have calmed down. Looks up at you. You still there? Still there. Wow, I just echoed somebody.
You hear the...
Sorry, that was me.
I don't know if it was you or William.
Buildings is shouting into the
I heard the echo too.
Okay.
No,
You hear the voice coming from multiple places. Are you still there?
Suddenly there are turret shots being fired at you.
Are you still there?
No, I'm pretty sure he's sturdier than a turret. Yeah.
You must be very bored watching a man stomp around in a circle for this long.
I'm a hunter. I'm used to it.
Would you care to get a drink?
Yes. Let's go.
I know a good place. He leads you up to... Actually, no, he doesn't lead you up. He leads you around the corner out towards where you assume the docks are to an underground building. I would say wipe your feet before coming in, but it doesn't matter. There's no floor. And he opens the door. There's a bit of a bell jangle. And as he enters, you hear a sudden chorus of recognition. People sort of shouting out. Apparently, it's been a while since Adolfo has been here. Obviously, it's been a while since Adolfo's been here. People are sort of surprised to see him and things. And he maneuvers through the crowd with all the grace of a local hero.
Please tell me he's about to just. Please tell me he's about to explain to Agdrisal that sometimes you just want to go where everybody knows your name.
Probably not, but that might be the case.
Oh my god.
Pulls up a stool, pats the one next to him. Barkeep, would you please provide us 2 glasses of your very best and the bottle? And he puts a couple of gold down. The bartender comes back out with a dusty old bottle. Pops the cork, pours 2 bottles of this sort of dark red looking alcohol. Pops it, sets it down. Please do not mind the dust on the bottle. This is one of those things that gets sweeter with time. And he picks up a glass and drinks it.
I've been told I have no taste, so...
You might enjoy this.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's actually fairly sweet. It's very old red wine.
Is it alcoholic?
It is alcoholic.
He loves it.
Yep. This place has many memories for me. He says as he puts his drink down. Points over to a corner. That is where I first picked up the viol. Began playing. Where I learned my art. It is in his place. Start drinking. So, he is content to drink in silence after that statement. Whether or not you want to talk to him at all.
No, unless Adolfo is intentionally trying to get him drunk,
No,
he's
just
probably also content to drink in silence.
he's just focused on getting a drink. People occasionally come up and talk to him, but nobody that's the full extent of his interaction. Meanwhile, everyone else, you find yourselves at a this establishment is a little bit more muted than some of the other ones in Luxuria. This one wasn't on the brochures. And you step inside, and it's sort of it's again very understated, even though almost all of their decoration is with crystal. There is indeed the namesake crystal chandelier above you, casting light. But it's not casting light as if candles were up there. It's casting light as if the crystals themselves were glowing, providing sort of a soft blue light throughout the entire room. There's quiet conversation happening in the various corners. Lots of blue velvet on the furnishings. At the bar, there's a man with a very long nose and sort of balding white hair in the back, polishing a glass.
I walk up to the bar.
Welcome to the Crystal Chandelier. I'm Igor. How might I help you?
Igor, my friend, has been too long.
Ah, Staphylus, I see you have found yourself some company to keep.
Yes, I bring them here because you have such good provisions in all manner of entertainments, and I like to show my friends good time.
He has sort of a big grin on. Of course, we pride ourselves on the quality of our provisions.
Welcome to Gran Terra Studio 54. Flash.
We will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 5, 4, 6, 6. Make it six cups of wine. And the rest of you can put in your own orders.
Of course. And what quality vintage would you like, Staphylus?
Only 5. I'm not there.
We will start with middle of road and then see where we go from that point.
Very well.
Those 6 were just for him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Very quickly, this long-nosed, fairly short-looking humanoid, 6 crystal glasses on the table in front of Staphylus, reaches over, grabs a bottle, pops the cork, pours very deftly, filling up to just above the halfway point, 6 of these glasses with this mostly clear but slightly yellow alcohol. And the rest of you, looking at Corbin and Kaylin and Selena.
Wine for me.
1 sec.
What kind of wine? And what flavor of ale?
Dealer's choice.
Ah.
You know your product.
Would you
Impress
like
me.
a more subtle flavor, or one that makes you feel like you're on a hard battlefield surrounded by mighty dwarves?
Sure, let's do that one.
Reaches down, picks up a keg that looks like it's been through hell.
It's designed that way.
Yeah.
Manufactured.
Like aged jeans.
Yeah.
It's
turns a
it's
tap.
A distressed ale.
turns a tap and fills a large silver mug. To the point where it's got like a good 1.5-inch head on the top. Like almost bubbling out of the mug. It's in front of you. I think you'll find that to your taste. And you, my lady, what sort of wine are you seeking?
You go.
Something what?
Sweet and respectable.
Sweet and respectable. I believe that's actually a brand. Hang on. Reaches over, pulls up a very It's a much smaller bottle than the one that he poured for Staphylos, but it's sort of a teal crystal. Very understated. Pops it, holds up a glass, and just sort of does a one, like holding the end of the bottle, pour into this dark red wine. And you, my dear, looking at Selena.
The exact opposite of what she just got.
Ah, I believe that's also a brand, spiteful and bitter.
I like it.
He pulls up. This one is still a wine chalice, but it's made of wrought iron and has spikes all over it.
I like that cups are branded with the drink.
And puts it down, picks up this dark iron bottle, unscrews the cap, pours it in this almost sapphiric pink drink.
Ooh.
Slides it over.
Thank you.
Will there be any other provisions needed for the evening?
At the moment, no.
Actually, I would say yes. Same number, one step up. All of his glasses are already empty.
Good God.
All of the glasses slide onto a tray and go underneath the bar.
I thought our...
I'm immune to poison and disease, guys.
He's big. Another tray comes
Isn't
up.
Selena also at this time immune to getting drunk?
Yes.
For the
But
next
she
10
doesn't know that
that's
yet.
right. She doesn't even know that.
She doesn't know that yet.
Days.
She's about to find out.
She's about to drink it for the taste.
Hey.
This time the glass, rather than being clear crystal glasses, these are pewter chalices. Slides it across, picks up another bottle. This bottle is a little bit thicker, a little bit longer. Pops the cork. This alcohol is actually clearer than the previous one. Puts it down. Food or company or rooms for the night? Any of that?
Nah. Well, maybe rooms. Rooms, yes,
Yeah,
rooms.
how much is a room?
No company. Not for me, anyway.
Well, a room without company is simply 5 silver. A room with company is 1 gold.
I slide 5 silver across the table. And then kind of squint one eye a bit. And then 5 gold as well. For beverage.
Of course.
To make sure that they know what that 5 gold is for.
He's paying for our rooms.
I am doing no such
I
thing.
know. I'll just slide.
I am
5
paying
silver.
for my room with 5 people in.
Yes. Wait, that's 5 rooms with 5 people in, because it was a room with a person.
No. Right.
So
Or one room with 5
implication is
people, right?
The person is 5 silver.
Or one room with 10 people.
I'm just saying, it
But
seems
no.
like
I want
like the
one empty room and
companion-
enough drink that 5 gold covers it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting for.
It seems like the companion add-on DLC pack is 5 silver. And so he's like, "Are you sure there's really actual alcohol in this?"
Certainly.
Fucking weak, Jesus.
My
Oh, you can taste the alcohol. Like, you can still taste it. You just don't get drunk.
He's not hitting you as hard.
I mean, yes,
yeah.
but
It's a really weird
that's
sensation.
how I interpret it
Yeah.
as being.
Yeah,
like part of that alcohol getting drunk thing is the kick that you feel.
Yeah. He looks at
So
it.
it comes off like no alcohol in it.
He shrugs. Some have higher tolerances than others. Would you like our strongest drink?
Depends on how much it is.
1 gold.
Oh, sure.
He steps off the stool that he's been sitting on this whole time, and now you see he's really short. You have to actually lean over the bar to see him when he's off the stool.
Right.
Walks over, and you're sort of watching him. He walks over, grabs a ladder, and rolls it through the back bar, and then stops at one point, climbs up.
This one.
You hear a trap door above going, and he sort of disappears.
I'll take 1, 2.
And he was never seen again.
You hear a sort of a mechanical gear grinding sound.
I was gonna say this one is alcoholic because it tastes like medicine, but you still don't feel it.
Rolling stuff.
Why do I feel like...
I love how John is just going to do sound effects for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like he is in the process of skinning an alcohol golem?
He just went and he grabbed the mountain.
Why has no one made an alcohol golem?
They have.
Probably definitely have. You just combine like
it's called a creeping keg. It's actually an alcohol ooze.
A platform descends from where the ladder was, and on it is Igor, holding 2 large mugs that seem to be made from granite.
I hit the mic through my esophagus.
That are bubbling like there's like smoke and fog coming out of them.
Looked like my helmet.
And that's how Agdasol came back to a party of 2 people.
This is a drink referred to most often as Marduk's Challenge. Take of that what you will.
Okay.
So is this a slow down and enjoy it drink or slam it back?
I find that no matter which way you do, it has the same effect.
Doesn't matter, then I'm slamming it back.
I am watching his reaction.
Make me a Constitution save with disadvantage.
Oh, why disadvantage?
You slammed it back.
Oh, that's true. Alright. Constitution.
It might be disadvantage if
9. Oh, natural 20 and 3. Oh.
Corbin.
The dice give it and they take it away.
Bam. The rest of you see Corbin down this drink and slam it down. Corbin, by the time you're halfway through it, you're already unconscious. Everything else was just reflex. Everything else was just reflex. You put it down and burp, and the rest of you just sort of stare at him as he doesn't move. Corbin, you are currently having a dream in which you are in some form of what you as a player would describe as like sort of a Nordic war hall where people are chanting like fight songs and things. You're not sure where you are like as a player. And people are like chanting and like eating and drinking, and you're like, fuck yeah, and you just join in.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the drink literally sends you to Valhalla when it knocks you unconscious.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the rest of you are just sort of staring at Corbin, who hasn't moved.
Poke. Poke, poke.
Is he still breathing?
You might have to
Yeah, he's
check.
still breathing.
He's like, yeah, he's breathing. He seems to have passed out sitting up.
Poke,
Eyes
poke.
open. Just
Yeah, eyes open, just
Corbin.
staring out ahead.
Whack!
He falls off the stool.
I can't keep a straight face. I can't do what Travis did and just
He falls off the stool and hits the ground.
Wow, he is fucked up. I'm excited for this.
Oh, you're gonna be so disappointed.
You never know. It might be a magical effect that overrides it. We'll see. Ah! Somebody's catching me, right?
I mean, that's the litmus test, though,
We
because
have
now
your
you know
back,
it works.
friend.
That's not what I asked. Fine. Boom.
Give me a Constitution save with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you're immune to poison, you're not immune to this.
I'm immune to getting drunk.
You are, yeah, you're immune to getting drunk. You're not immune to this.
Okay.
This doesn't get you drunk.
It sends you to Valhalla.
It sends you to Valhalla.
Since it is almost the end of the night, I am giving myself advantage on this roll to cancel that out.
All right, so a flat roll.
Yep. 20.
Nice.
You don't get knocked out. You slam it back, and it's just this ambrosial level, like feeling as you down this drink. It's heavenly in a way. And you finish it off, you feel like you've had an 8-course meal.
Sweet.
And your adrenaline is pumping.
Oh, I see what your ploy is here.
You are now under the effect of Tensor's transformation.
Yes.
What's that?
Holy shit.
What is that?
Don't remember that one.
That is a
Xanathar's.
3.5 edition spell that
It's
basically.
also in Xanathar's guide.
Oh,
Yeah.
they brought it back for Xanathar's?
Yeah.
Might
Yeah.
pull it up for you. Tensor's transformation. You imbue yourself with endurance and martial prowess fueled by magic. Until the spell ends, you can't cast spells, and you gain the following benefits. You gain 50 temporary hit points. If any of these remain when the spell ends, they are lost. You have advantage on attack rolls that you make with simple and martial weapons. When you hit a target with a weapon attack, the target takes 2d12 extra force damage. You have proficiency with all armor, shields, simple weapons, and martial weapons. You have proficiency in strength and constitution saving throws. You can attack twice instead of once when you take the attack option on your turn. You ignore this benefit if you already have a feature like extra attack that gives you extra attacks.
Yep.
Immediately after the spell ends, you must succeed on a DC 15 con save or suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Now, good news likely doesn't result in random chaos surges because you can't cast spells.
But you are
True.
feeling it.
So here's the question. If you already have proficiency, it does not turn into expertise, right?
No.
No.
Okay. Doesn't matter. I don't think I'm going to be rolling any attack rolls at this point.
Oh, come on, you feel
I don't
pumped.
know, you're cracked out. Grab the axe in my back and go to town on this place.
Fuck no!
It lasts for 10 minutes.
She's hyped. She's not.
You know, you have all the
Insane.
adrenaline. You have the adrenaline of a god of battle flowing through you right now.
You are currently Mojo Raleigh.
See, I understand the whole ploy here. You build it up, they drink it, and if they fail the saving throw, they pass out, and then they need a room and you charge them. If they make it, they have all of this energy flowing through them. Oh, look, you've just offered them room with companionship, more money.
Is that what
I
is,
get your con.
is Selena saying that to him right now?
Yeah.
He smiles. It's not really a con
Don't
so
try
much
to
as
con
it is
a
a dream.
con.
I see it more as smart business.
Yeah,
So,
no, 100%. No. I'm staying right here.
Is she bouncing like
from
that?
the chair. Yeah.
Staphylus punches her in the face.
No.
Yes!
make an attack roll.
Boom!
Oh, that's great.
Roll damage.
Oh my god.
As you crit her in the face.
There's 10 of your 50 temporary hit points gone.
So you get so you get punched and your face doesn't move.
Staphylos has had this drink before. He knows what it does.
It's one of the few drinks that has an effect on Staphylos.
It's true.
That's why he said no when I said, "Do you want one?"
Is good, is not? Yes?
That's fantastic.
Would you care for another?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, and I have to. Okay, good.
Meanwhile, Hope.
Yes.
As Jeremy just nuts himself on his computer.
No. That was the kneecap into the edge of the desk.
Ouch.
Ow!
That's trying to readjust slightly. Ah, motherfuck, son of a
Fall
bitch.
out of frame.
Oh, fuck you, desk.
All I heard was ka-chunk, and then he leaned out of
It
frame.
just
And I was like,
goes away. I'm going to sleep now. Hope, what are you doing?
Yeah. I was going to go and try and find a marketplace. I wanted to find a cup. I wanted to find a vial of acid and hopefully some alchemist fire. And I don't have quite enough gold, so I'm going for the discount places, which is a bad idea. But I'm doing it anyway. So.
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, a discount alchemist is not the sort of... That's not the discount you want.
No, but...
So you find sort of a dilapidated building that somebody points you to, laughingly, underneath in sort of the slums areas.
oh no.
It looks like it's been exploded from inside out at some point.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Quality goods. Quality is questionable.
Still alive.
You walk in. There's just like bubbling potions and pots everywhere.
Hi. Anyone? Hello?
You hear a thunk, thunk. Hold on a minute.
I know who this is.
And after you see sort of stepping up onto a stool this ancient grizzled gnome, which is a sentence that has never been said before. This sort of gnarly, like singed off white beard, hair askew, hat, sort of like steeple hat bent. Yes, what do you want?
I need to buy... Are you okay?
I'm fine. What you want?
Lovely.
Hi, Baron Munford. How you doing?
I need a vial of acid and some alchemist fire.
We have acid, we have alchemist fire. What do you want to pay for?
I have 70 gold.
That is exactly how much it costs to have alchemist fire and acid. Congratulations! You've run into sale.
Why do people always tell merchants how much
I
money
have
they
5 gold.
What flavor are you looking for?
Huh? What?
What flavor are you looking for?
Flavor of what?
Acid.
Citric.
Okay, I can do.
Okay.
You'll need it now or in 3 weeks?
Now.
Okay, I can do. You'll give
Where-
70
where-
gold, I give you acid.
Where is it?
He gestures around him.
Okay. Yeah, I hand over the 70 gold.
Okay. Takes it.
There's open like containers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have
He sort of stops. He stops down. Give me a moment. I give you a container that you can take with. Is buy-in price.
good.
What's it?
I use some potions. Do I have any empty bottles?
Sure.
I want to try and scoop some up.
Sure. You scoop some up.
Yep. Okay.
Alright.
Acid. I assume an extra. I'm trying to skim off of him.
Sure.
Okay.
You scoop up some sort of vaguely greenish liquid.
Okay. Does it look like acid to me?
Give me
I stick
give me
my
a-
fingernail in it.
give me an alchemist tool check. You stick there's a burning sensation when you stick your finger in it.
Okay. It burns. Good.
Do you like,
Yeah. So
do you clean off your
I'm
finger?
basically
Every
trying
chemistry
to, like,
teacher in the
sleight of
Western
hand.
Hemisphere
I
spins in
know.
their grave.
Right?
Wait, no, you just gotta stick your arm in there.
Give
It's
me
just how you do
a
it.
wisdom save.
Okay. 15.
You resist the sudden urge you have to lick your finger.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I'm trying to, without him noticing or if he even cares, get 2 extra.
Sure. You get 2 vials of, we're going to say it's acid question mark.
Okay, 2 vials of acid question mark.
Acid?
Did you want acid or alchemist fire or both? I forgot.
1 of each.
1 of each. All right. 70 gold. Yes. All right. He comes back up with a pair of lead containers. Here you go. This one is acid. This one is fire. Do not get them mixed up.
Okay, I'm keeping track.
Bad things happen if you get them mixed up.
What happens?
Bad things.
Yeah, but what kind of bad things?
All of them.
Okay, good. I take them.
You have anything else you want?
Nope, that's it. Thank you much.
Very well, please come back to Montfort's Emporium anytime.
Yes.
I am here.
All right.
I feel like he's talking to an empty room now.
Yeah, I've left by this one.
So you have 2 mini kegs of acid and fire.
Uh-huh. Oh, no. The 2 in addition to the one I got, or?
You have a 1 mini keg of acid and 1 mini keg of fire.
Okay, yeah. In addition to the 2 that I got.
In addition to the 2 vials that you pulled of acid.
Uh-huh. Yep. I want as much acid as I can get. So, and then I leave and try and find this crystal chandelier.
Okay. Boldrin.
Yes.
So you go to the Forge Father and pray. You receive nothing of great importance in return. Do you do anything else before heading over to the Crystal Chandelier?
Not really.
Okay. Did you just put that emerald in a bag or something?
Like in the one of the pockets of my robe that's under the breastplate.
Okay. So yeah, eventually, except for Agdrasol and Adolfo, who spend their evening drinking in a shitty bar in the slums, the rest of you end up in the Crystal Chandelier. And
Boldrin just walks into the tavern, sits at the table that they're all sitting at, and looks at one of the barkeeps. 1 of Monodoc's challenge, please. There's a gold piece down on the table.
And as the
That was what that history check earlier was for.
As the long process of him getting the drink begins, and Selena still bouncing on her seat,
which I am not going to do at the moment for safety reasons.
And a loud guttural snore coming from Corbin on the ground. That's where we're going
still
to
open.
That's where it's still open. That's where we're going to end for the evening. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.